So hello. So I just want to answer a few questions just to help kind of explain what this faith walk of 50 of mine is all about. So, um, who am I and where have I come from? My name's Claire Nielsen. I'm 54 years old. I currently live down in Devon, in a place called Bishop's Taunton in Barnstaple. And I'm about to venture on a walk of faith, which will take me to Australia. Um, I've been on a walk of faith for quite a few years, but it has kind of escalated in terms of what it's meant and what I've ended up doing. I was married until last year, and just after I got my decree absolute, I was told to come down to the southwest, and I ended up coming down here in November last year to work as the drop-in centre manager, working with homeless people and disadvantaged in Barnstaple. And I've been here since then. And since about April this year, when my contract ended, I've been waiting to find out what I'm going to do next. And a few weeks ago, the Lord has kind of led me to know that I'm going to Australia. I'm actually going to a place called Mullumbimby, which is the very centre of the New Age world as far as Australia is concerned. It's in New South Wales. My background, I came from the New Age before I became in my words, a happy clappy bashing Christian in 2007, but the Lord led me away from all of that. I had to give everything away in 2008, but I now appear to be being led back towards that in some way, shape, or form. So why am I doing this? To be honest, in the natural, being involved with any form of social media, being exposed in any way, shape, or form would not be my idea of fun. It's not really what I want to do. But the Lord led me to do this for whatever reason, really. I have yet to find out why, but hence that's why I'm doing it. What challenges have I overcome? My walk of faith has not been a very easy one. It's not been plain sailing, and I've over the course of 12 and a half years now, I've given away a lot of things. I've walked away from a lot of things. It's been a really quite a tough time, but I have been persistent. People who knew me before I became happy clappy would know that I was somebody who was always quite strong-willed and would persevere even beyond what was reasonably possible or reasonable, and that's definitely been the case as far as my walk of faith has been concerned. I've been down to practically nothing several times, and the Lord has provided for me. He's blessed me in amazing ways, and this is an extension of that. As you would ask, why would a woman in her 50s, who's single, divorced, very little resources in the world, be doing this? And it's really because I get a sense that's what the Lord wants me to do, and I will find out how that plays out. And I'm kind of hoping that as you join me on this journey, you will also find out what's possible when you choose to step out in faith and see what the Lord wants to do in your life. So I've overcome a lot to get to this point. But what cultural influences defined me? Until, for the first 30 years of my working life, I was a worker bee, and I really, really thought that my identity was completely tied up in my ability to earn, my ability to work, and in that kind of world. But the Lord has had a different plan for me, and I've kind of been taken very much away from that, which has cost me pretty much everything in the process. So this has not been easy to get to this point, but I'm excited. My spirit's excited. My spirit got excited the very first time I heard about Mullumbimby. So we will see how this plays out. So thank you for joining me on this journey.